Baltimore City Public Schools is paying the nonprofit Leaders of Tomorrow Youth Center up to $7.5 million taxpayer dollars, even as the organization faces a lawsuit alleging 8 educators were never paid for work performed in city schools.
Spotlight on Maryland's Tessa Bentulin obtained city schools contract with LTYC through a public records request. She breaks it down for us.
Leaders of Tomorrow Youth Center was first awarded a contract with Baltimore City Public Schools in March of 2023, worth up to $4.5 million to provide arts programs and educators in city schools. But records obtained by Spotlight on Maryland show that in May of 2025, city schools extended the contract to June of this year and added another $3 million, bringing the total up to $7.5 million. The extension was signed a few months before a lawsuit was filed by 8 former educators hired by LTYC to work at city schools, accusing the nonprofit of unpaid wages. Their attorney, Howard Hoffman, says the educators are owed a combined $64,000.
And it's been obviously a number of weeks now, maybe months, couple months now since we filed the lawsuit. And there's been no effort to pay them or you can really begin that kind of discussion.
LTYC's founder, Jamel Brunson, has acknowledged the educators knew their pay could be delayed, but Hoffman argues that delayed pay is illegal under Maryland's wage and hour law. The contract between city schools and the nonprofit gives the district clear options. It can withhold payments, audit the nonprofit, or end the contract if requirements are not met. Spotlight on Maryland asked the district directly if any of these steps have been taken. Those questions were not answered. We also asked city schools how $7.5 million in taxpayer money is being spent. City schools pointed us to the contract, which broadly says LTYC is paid to provide arts education programs during the school day, after school, and in the summertime, without giving much detail about how much money goes to specific programs, schools, or students. Brunson also discussed Spotlight on Maryland's request for an interview, but none was scheduled, but said in an email that the overall contract value has nothing to do with the major delays in invoice payments. After Spotlight on Maryland asked why educators have not been paid while receiving up to millions in public funding. Meanwhile, Hoffman says LTYC has filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit.
We've approached this lawsuit believing that Baltimore City Schools has paid all of its invoices. And there is some degree of finger pointing.
City schools also filed a motion to dismiss, stating that LTYC is responsible for any allegations in the lawsuit. And LTYC also says that it is solely responsible for any payments made to the educators. Spotlight on Maryland is filing a records request asking for any invoices or a breakdown of payments to LTYC by city schools. If we get that information, we will be sure to let you know. For Spotlight on Maryland, I'm Tessa Bentulin.
If you have a story or a tip for our Spotlight on Maryland team, call them at 410-467-4670. You can also email them at spotlightonmaryland@sbgtv.com. I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.